Hello to all my college football fanatics, my friends. The stage is set in the Orange Bowl, Thursday night, January 9th. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 13-1, getting it on with the Penn State Nittany Lions, 13-2. Welcome, all my friends, to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinnie YouTube channel sports show. Sit back, relax, and let's talk some college football. My friends, today's video, and it's going to be as clear-cut as possible, why I believe the Notre Dame Fighting Irish will defeat the Penn State Nittany Lions and move on to the national championship game versus the winner of the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. My friends, bottom line, I'm going to give you my opinion why I do see Notre Dame winning this close game. Now, Notre Dame is coming in, I believe last I looked, as a 1.5 favorite versus Penn State. We're talking about a Notre Dame team that has won 12 straight games. And for me, we're talking about a Notre Dame team that looked very good, especially defensively, against the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, on the flip side, I give Penn State, and I have a lot of respect for Coach James Franklin and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Obviously, there's a big reason why they are 13-2 on the year. This is a very good football team, without a doubt. A very good offense. For the most part, a very stout defense. But my friends, I just don't think Penn State has been battle-tested throughout the two playoff games. Okay, now, so the first round they faced SMU Mustangs at Happy Valley, Beaver Stadium. And let's be honest, this game wasn't even close. Penn State won this game going away 38-10. Second round, they faced Boise State Broncos, a good Boise State team, not a great team, but a good Broncos team. And Penn State won that game 31-14. On the flip side, Notre Dame, their road to the semifinals looked this way. They beat Indiana Hoosiers 27-17. But my friends, please do not be fooled by that only 10-point deficit. Notre Dame actually just outplayed Indiana up and down the field. You know, and folks, in case you didn't watch that game, I did. Indiana scored 2 touchdowns very late in the fourth quarter. We're talking 2 touchdowns in a matter of a minute and a half. At one point, this game was 27-3. Okay? So, you know, don't let that score look like it was such a close game. It was not. Round 2 of the football playoffs, Notre Dame faced off with the number 2 ranked Coach Kirby Smart and the Georgia Dogs. And folks, case closed. We all know what happened there. Coach Marcus Freeman outcoached Coach Kirby Smart, and Notre Dame outplayed the Georgia Bulldogs football team. Case closed. To go on to win that game 23-10. Now, what impressed me greatly was that Notre Dame, total defense on the season, they've given up 295 yards to their opponents per game. What really impresses me is that this is a team that has only given up 13.6 points per game to their opponents. And that puts Notre Dame second in the nation in total defense, right behind the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, speaking of that Georgia Bulldogs game, which I was wrong, everyone knows out there, and believe me, I've been heckled, and that's fine, that I had Georgia winning that game, but Notre Dame really proved me wrong. This is a damn good Notre Dame football team. My friends, they're not 13-1 for nothing. What really impressed me, number one, was that they were able to stymie the Georgia Bulldogs rushing attack and held Georgia to just 62 net rushing yards. That really jumped out at me. Now, everyone was saying about Gunnar Stockton being this great dual threat quarterback, being this very good running quarterback. Gunnar Stockton had 9 carries for minus 16 yards. Trevor Etienne, 11 carries, only 38 yards. And Nate Frazier, 37 yards on the ground. That was it. My friends, bottom line, this defense, there's a reason why they're second in the country in total defense. This is a defense that has 37 team sacks. Not great, not bad. But what jumped out at me is this is a defense for Notre Dame that has forced 31 turnovers, 18 interceptions, 13 fumble recoveries. They are led in the secondary by their All-American D-back, Xavier Watts, 6 picks on the year. Their All-American linebacker, Jack Kaiser, leads the team with 75 tackles. And how about Hinish, that has really done a nice job with 4.5 sacks. And to me, Hinish is a very tough defensive lineman. He's smart. He's quick. Look for him to have a big game against Penn State. Now, why I'm picking Notre Dame over Penn State is obviously Notre Dame comes in that this is a football team that not only has a staunch defense, but their running attack is phenomenal. This is a team that averages 218 yards rushing per game. They are led by Jeremiah Love, 1,076 yards rushing, a very impressive 7.3 yard per carry average, and 16 rushing touchdowns. Second on the team is their quarterback, Riley Leonard, 831 yards, 5.6 yard per carry average for a quarterback, and 15 rushing touchdowns. And my friends, do not be fooled. This is a very deep running back class, without a doubt. Jadarian Price, 720 yards rushing, 6.5 yard per carry average, and 4 rushing touchdowns. My friends, when we use the expression next man up, this is exactly what we are talking about, okay? Next man up. So at any time, Coach Marcus Freeman could call on Jadarian Price to come in and give Love a breather, or he can call on a designed quarterback run, Riley Leonard. 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. Now, what I like about Riley is that this young man really doesn't turn the ball over. 18 touchdown passes, only 6 interceptions. He's completed a very respectful 67% of his passes for 2,383 yards passing. But my friends, let's be honest. Notre Dame's bread and butter is running the football, okay? Without a doubt. Between the tackles, around the end, and let's not forget, Notre Dame, always known for their big, strong, physical, smart offensive line. So, like I've always mentioned, this game will be won whichever O-line, A, opens up holes for the running back, and B, protects their quarterback. Now, the defensive line, Penn State has a good D-line, okay, without a doubt. But what jumps out at me is that will Abdul Carter for Penn State be playing in this game? For what I hear, Abdul Carter is a little banged up, okay? He is not functioning at 100%. Will that hurt Penn State on defense? It might. It might, without a doubt. Now, when you stop and look at Penn State, This is a team that has averaged on the season 34 points per game. I mentioned defensively they give up 16. So Penn State has a good defense, without a doubt. Penn State has 39 sacks on the year. Penn State has two phenomenal running backs, Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. A great tight end, Tyler Warren. But my friends, we all seen what happened when you key on the right players. Now, the Buckeyes faced Penn State this year in Happy Valley, and the Buckeyes prevailed 20-13. Why? Because the Buckeyes won that game in the trenches, and the Buckeyes secondary was able to contain Penn State's big tight end, Tyler Warren. Okay, I think against the Buckeyes, Tyler Warren only caught 4 passes for something like 60 yards, and they kept him out of the end zone. And I'm just going to say that for me, Notre Dame has a splendid and athletic secondary. So when push comes to shove, Notre Dame's secondary will keep up step for step with Penn State's very good wide receivers in Harrison Wallace III and Singleton, who comes out of the backfield to also catch a lot of balls. So for me, my friends, I think I just wrapped it up in the Orange Bowl matchup. Another reason why I love Notre Dame to win this game, check this out. Notre Dame is 11-2-1. 11 wins, only 2 losses, and 1 tie against the spread overall this season. That is tremendous. Notre Dame is 10-2-1 against the spread as favorites. And this really jumped out at me. Notre Dame is 5-0-1 against the spread versus ranked opponents. So, my friends, when I looked into all of that and I seen how Notre Dame has done this season against the spread, you can't get much better than that. 11-2-1 and 10-2-1 against the spread as favorites. And once again, Notre Dame is favored by 1.5. I like Notre Dame to defeat Penn State, and Coach Marcus Freeman will lead Notre Dame to the national championship between the winner of Ohio State and the Texas Longhorns. My friends, if you are new to my channel, Buckeye Vinny here welcomes you. If you haven't already, please click on the subscribe button. If you like this video, which I hope you all do, my Notre Dame friends and fans, please click on the like button, and like always, please comment down below. Buckeye Vinny loves not only to read your comments, but to get back to every single comment that I do read. And like always, all my friends out there, please check out Super Thanks, new on my program. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. It's all Buckeye Vinny has for today. Until then, keep watching, keep liking, and keep subscribing. Buckeye Vinny's out of here.